Hello, Azam. Thank you so much for helping my project. Could you say a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely. So my name is Azam. I am a chemical engineer. I work in Houston, Texas, for a startup company called Metox Technologies, and we make super high temperature superconducting wires. So we make wires that's gonna literally be used in like against the climate change. So we'll be really helping a lot of people. And what like one of I don't want to talk more about like company because it's a startup company. Maybe there's like some confidentiality in there, but yeah. So I live in Houston. I'm originally from Saudi Arabia, and I've been in America for 8 years now. Wow.
I know time flies, doesn't it?
No, yes.
Well, I wanted to ask and see if you knew that NASA was planning to send astronauts back to the moon.
Oh, I think I've heard of that. Yeah. Uh, they said they're gonna see if the moon is inhabitable, but yeah, absolutely.
What do you think about it, us sending astronauts back to the moon?
So I am absolutely a space freak. So I really like space a lot. I read a lot about space. My favorite topic of space is Voyager 1 and Voyager 2. Sometimes when I go to bed, I literally just play just some space music and think myself as a Voyager, like just flowing through the space for infinity because Voyager 2 died. It's not reporting anything right now, but Voyager 1 is still reporting, so it's kind of crazy. I mean, it's really crazy.
Wow. It's hard to imagine a computer system like that, especially whenever you have to reboot multiple times a day.
I know. And the golden record, man, oh man, oh my gosh, it's like 4,000 languages, just people saying hi aliens, we are here and come find us. I know it's Stephen Hawking said it's stupid because if they find us, then we will be doomed. But I think it's a cool idea. I think it's interesting. But the golden record is really one of my favorite too because it has the human shapes and the location of the earth and some you know like 4,000 recording people saying hi, we are from the earth. And I remember my favorite one is the Arabic one because I speak Arabic. They will be, basically saying, "Hi, our friends in the stars. I hope times join us soon." I mean, like I don't know. So it's kind of cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's and I Trevor Noah. I don't know if you ever watched The Daily Show. He did a kind of like a little comedy skit about the Voyager record, and
Yeah, I mean, I was so sad when the Voyager 2, disappeared. They don't know what's going on with it. It was really sad. I watched the whole, documentary movie about it. It was really sad. But I'm glad that the Voyager 1 is still out there. And the most interesting thing is when the Voyager 1, they turned the camera to the back and they took the picture of the Earth one last time, and then they turned the camera off because it was taking so much battery. I think that's my understanding. I think, but yeah.
yes.
Anyway, I'm a space freak. I love space a lot.
So when you think about the future of humanity, like say 200 years out in the future, do you think we're still only on the Earth making these little short trips to places, or do you think people would have actually started setting up homes and cities and other planets and moons and stuff?
A very good question. In 200 years, I'm not sure about 200 years. It might be 1,000 years that could happen. But yes, I see humanity goes to other planets for sure, like Mars. I'm not sure about moon. Moon because the moon is so bright. I was literally thinking about it today about the moon, how humans can live in the moon when the moon is so bright. I mean, aren't we going to be blind?
We could live underneath the moon,
Yeah, I know.
inside it.
I am in Denver right now. I was looking at the moon. It was so bright. I was like, imagine there's people in Denver sorry, in the moon right now. Isn't it going to be
Well,
like bright for them? I don't know. It was just a question I have for myself. But yes, absolutely. I think humanity could live there. in the future. I'm not sure about 200 years. It might be more, it might be less, but I am confident it will happen.
It's hard to imagine skiing in the Middle East, yet you have that mall with the indoor ski slope
I
in
know.
Dubai.
Yes.
Um, yeah, it's kind of amazing to think about. So if you could, would you take a trip to space?
Yes.
How far would you go? Just to orbit, to the moon? Would you immigrate to Mars if that was a possibility?
I want to touch stars. I want
Go
to
to
go
the
all the way to the last planet. I mean, sometimes I sleep on thinking about like me reaching out of our galaxy. So I'm all there. Like I'm really all there.
I was just thinking, you're talking about you think it might be not 200 years, but 1,000 years before we have places on other worlds. And I was just thinking that, you know, less than 120 years ago, we didn't know how to fly. And now we
Yeah.
have a billion airline passengers a year. Um,
Yes.
I mean, why can't we continue like growing and developing and expanding at that rate?
Yep. So how I'm not sure about that. What's the name of the guy who tried to fly and then he died, and then they understood it was because he didn't have a tail. That's why they invented flying in the planes. I think of the same thing with space. I mean, we never done them. So this something need to happen that will teach us. So it's not gonna be soon. It could be. It could be more. It could be less than 200 years. But it's because there's something need to happen to teach us, and I hope that it's not gonna be tragic. But we need to learn a lot, and we don't have enough data to do that. Do I believe in space traveling and living in space? Yes. But do we have enough data to support that? No, not yet. So maybe in the next 200 years we'll have enough data to build something that we can do within 500 years. I don't know. That's my opinion. I mean,
That makes sense. I see these videos as being sort of like a time capsule for people 100, 200, 300 years from now to kind of look back on this, what I think is going to be a pivotal decade for
yeah.
space
Yep.
travel.
Yep.
And I know we covered a lot of topics, but is there anything else that you wanted to add to this kind of recording?
Uh, I I really want to live in space someday, but I don't think I'm gonna be alive when they do that. So I really hope that humanity can do something about that and reach to that goal in the future. But I absolutely support that, and I hope it happens. But I'm not gonna witness that. But I already, imagine it in my dreams when I go to bed. I'm not even kidding. I go to bed thinking about Voyager. Like I'm actually Voyager 1. You can go to sleep very fast when you think yourself as a Voyager 1. Try it tonight. You're not gonna be disappointed.
Well, Azam, I live in Houston also, and I bet you before 2030, you and I will both have the chance to travel to space. And
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be so happy.
I'll bet you a cup of coffee on it. So,
Okay, perfect. I'm down for that.
well, Azam, thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy your travels. I understand you're in Denver today.
Yes,
Uh,
yes. Thank you
and
so much, Nathan, for interviewing me. Absolutely.
if you come to Houston whenever you're back in Houston, maybe we can meet up or something.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay, well, you have a good night, and thank you again so much.
Thank you so much, Nathan. Have a good night too.
Bye bye.
Bye.